Hi, how are you? How are you doing today? This is Yvonne Roberts from New Creations Jewelry, and thank you for joining me today. I wanted to come and show you how I make my earrings, um, how I make my paper earrings. I have some samples here. As you can see, they're very sturdy, very hard. And I created these last night. As you can see, they have a sheen on them and a shine. And I made these last night, and I'm going to show you how I make these. It's been years since I've bought a pair of earrings because I take so much joy in making my own now. And the thing about it is they turn out pretty good. I just learned how to do this. Now you can find how to do this all over YouTube now. It's quite popular now, and you'll find at least a few pages that will show you how to create your own paper earrings, paper jewelry, period, actually. I made these several weeks ago. I made these last night as well. As you can see here, these are the same. They're pretty hard, pretty durable. They are waterproof, water resistant, very nice. And you can make these out of your own paper. You can make these from your own artwork, collage papers, any kind of papers you choose. You can make these. Again, you'll find the other couple of pages that will show you how to make your own earrings. You may find several pages on YouTube that will show you how to do this. But I take special joy in making earrings. My specialty is not pendants. A lot of people love pendants. One lady has a page, a video where she's just making pendants. Another lady, she was making, I believe she was making earrings and bracelets. But my specialty is pretty much, I love making earrings, and I pretty much keep it at that. So anyway, I'm going to show you how that's done today. As you see here, I have some clipboards, and I'm going to show you the things that you're going to need to make these earrings. First of all, you're going to need some chipboard. Any kind of chipboard would do. These came off of some snack cakes. This chipboard I got from, I think I got this from Amazon. This is some more, a Cheerio box you could use also as well. This one I got from a craft paper book. The back of some craft paper. I'm using that. So yeah, you're going to need some chipboard paper. You're also going to need some paper clips, as I showed you earlier. You're going to need some clips. If you have your regular paper clips, you can use those, or you can use these. That's fine too. But any clipboards that you have is paper clips, that you have. You're going to need those. Also, you're going to need something to put your glue in. I have my tray here that I put my glue and my varnish in when I get ready to do it. If you don't have that, you're going to need something, maybe a old, maybe a jar top jar, the jar to a top. You're going to also need glue stick. I have UHU glue stick, but you can get any kind of glue stick that you prefer. I prefer this because it's really good. I personally like it. Another thing you're going to need is, these are ceramic hooks. You can see here. Let me move my hand. These are ceramic hooks. Okay, I personally like these to make my for my earrings, because jump rings are kind of hard for me to put on, so I use ceramic hooks instead for my earrings. It makes it easier for me because I do struggle with pain in my hands a lot. This makes the process a lot easier for me when I get ready to make my earrings. You're going to need some earring hooks. These, I prefer to use these earring hooks, not the ones that we have a lot of various earring hooks now. These are the kind that I like to use personally. I personally like to use these. Hold on a minute, I've got to make sure that you see it. I personally like to use these myself because for me, like I said, it's easier. Just open it, put it on, and you're done. Not that you can't do that with the other ones, but I'm just saying that I personally prefer to use these. You're also going to need a hole punch. Now this is a 1-inch hole punch that I prefer to use, or is this the, yeah, I think this is the 1-inch hole punch. You're going to need that as well. Mod Podge. You're going to need Mod Podge. Mod Podge is just a combination of white glue and water. You can make your own. The difference with this is it leaves a glossy shine. As you can see here, it says gloss. Okay, so this leaves a glossy shine. Okay. Also, you're going to need some crazy glue. Now I use Gorilla Glue. It doesn't matter what kind of crazy glue you use. Just get some crazy glue because that's going to hold your ceramic hook in place once you place it on your earring. Okay, chipboard. Now you're going to need some paint brushes. I get these paint brushes. They're kind of like they're a dollar at the dollar store. I get these. You can get any kind of paint brushes you want to from the dollar store or whatever store you want to go to. Now, in this bottle, I have some varnish. Now, this is wood varnish. Okay. Wood varnish is very good. It makes your, as you can see here, it makes the earring shine, and it hardens the paper. The paper hardens, and also it gives it a really nice sheen and a shine here, and also it hardens the paper. Okay. It almost turns into like a wood hardener. This is a wood hardener, wood varnish, okay? And it makes it hard. The other thing I use, sorry about that. The other thing I use is, if I don't use that, I will use what we call diamond glaze. My top fell off and I'm trying to put it back on. But also you can use diamond glaze. Whichever one you choose to use, that's fine. I get diamond glaze from Amazon. Um, and I get most of all of my materials from Amazon. I'm very familiar with Amazon. Uh, I don't have a problem getting my materials in a day or in one day, 1 or 2 days. Don't have a problem getting my stuff. I'm one of those people that I don't like waiting a whole week or so to get my stuff. All right, so that's the end of that. That's all you need to make your earrings. And we're coming up on 10 minutes now, and so let me get rolling. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your chipboard and you're going to make you're going to need 6 of these, okay? Going to need, I use 6. Now some people you might prefer 4. You might prefer 4, like I said, but I like 6. 6 makes it thick enough for me, and I can tell that an earring is on my ear. It gives me a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of weight, just a tiny bit, not a whole lot. But I like feeling my earrings on my ear. I don't like them so fluffy that I can't tell they're even on my ears. Okay, so I have 4 pieces here. And we need 2 more, okay? So all right. Okay, so we have our 6 pieces, okay? Now the next thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to put our glue on our chipboard. And at this time, what you're going to do is you're going to also make sure you take out your ceramic hook. Okay, the ceramic hook I showed you, you're going to want to take that out. Now, if you want to use the jump rings, feel free to do that. All you need is a hole punch. If you're going to use a jump ring, all you need is a hole punch to put in on your, and that way you just place the jump ring inside. Okay. But I personally don't do jump rings. I like this so much better. So I'm going to leave my hook on the side here. Okay. And we're just going to start the process. Make sure when you use this stick, you're going to make sure you cover it fully. Your ends, the outside of your ends here, make sure that's covered properly. Make sure you line this up with the other one. You don't want your earring to be uneven, so you're going to have to line this up really good. Make sure it's lined up properly. Now, so far I have 2. I have 2 so far. Okay. And here's 3. Now on the 3rd one, that's where your ceramic hook is going to come into play. You're going to place your that on top like so. Again, make sure it's nice and even. Okay. And you're just going to go around your edges like this, squeezing it. And toward the end we'll put our clips on. So when you put that last one on, that third one on top of the 3rd one, this is where our ceramic hook comes in at. And you're gonna place that right on top of there like that. Can you see that? Make sure it's straight. Okay, once you do that, you're going to lay it down. And then here's where your glue comes in at. You're going to put some glue at the bottom of your ceramic hook. You got the top of your ceramic hook and at the bottom, so you're going to just put a couple of drops of glue at the bottom of your hook. That way your hook will be staying on. You won't have to worry about your hook coming out. Sorry about that. You don't have to worry about your hook coming out of your earring. And we're going to continue the process of putting our glue on here on our chipboards and continue the process of putting these on. Again, you're going to rub this down really good. And you're going to continue. We're going to put our next piece of chipboard on. Going to pick it up again. You're going to squeeze it, especially around the top where your hook is. Especially around the top where your hook is, you're going to squeeze it, and we're going to just go around. We're just going to go around that and squeeze it. And we're getting ready to put on our last now. Okay. So I have placed 6 layers on this earring, okay? And getting ready to put the last one on. And while we're doing that, what we're going to do is, again, we've already had our paper on here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these off and put them on here. First thing you want to do is put it right on top of this hook. Okay, place one of them right over this hook like that. Okay, and then you're going to take the rest of them and place it around it. Okay, this one is this one that we had, it's ready. Okay, I pretty much have to do the inside of this with some Mod Podge. Now that we know how to do that, okay, here's the one I was working on before, okay, and what we're going to do now that we have everything together, we're going to take some Mod Podge and we're just going to go around the edges, go around our edges here. Now I'm going to tell you something about these edges, and the other thing that I forgot to tell you as well. When it comes to these edges, what you want to do to color these is we have some metallic markers. Now some people like to paint the inside, you know, the outside of their earring. I don't like painting mine. What I like to do is I like to use metallic markers. I like doing that. Okay, so just want to put enough Mod Podge around here. Mod Podge is going to make this hard. Okay, we're going to lay that down. We're going to let that dry for a few seconds. And I'm going to show you my metallic pens. I forgot to bring over here to show them to you. Okay. And these are my metallic pens, okay? And I'm going to take these out and I'm going to show them to you. I got these from Amazon as well. I love my metallic pens because they make my work so much easier for me. They come in different colors. These are metallic chrome pens, markers, if you will. They come in a lot of colors. And seeing that this one is a dark green. This is a different color green. So I don't think I'm going to be using that one. But I am going to come as close as I can to that color. Okay, and so I think what I'm going to do, because I have some navy army pants, so to speak. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this color because I think this color is a lot closer to this. So I think I'm going to be using this one to go around the edges here. I'm going to be using this to go around the edges. Where the white is, that's where I'm going to be using my marker at. So this won't be white anymore, this will be green because I'm going to be using my metallic pen. Okay, and as you can see here, it is green, dark green. Anyway, in order to make your papers, you don't have to, there's different papers that you can use to make your jewelry. You can use, again, like I said, you can use art papers, papers from your own artwork. You could use cartoon books, you know, books with cartoons. You can use that. You could use books to make the front of your papers with. Okay, you can use books. I got these papers again. I got these from Amazon. They weren't expensive at all. And so this is one of the papers that was in the stack that came out of here. Okay. So, with that being said, what you want to do is, it's hot here in Arizona. It's very hot here in Arizona. And it doesn't take anything long to dry here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you right after you put your Mod Podge on and it gets dry. You're going to start working on the inside of your earring, just like so. You see that? And you're going to go around, all the way around. I'm going to go all the way around that. Okay? Once we finish this, we're going to Mod Podge it again. And then once we finish with that, then we're going to put I'm going to put a coat of varnish on it just to give it some added extra protection. You can wear these in the rain and you don't have to worry about them falling apart because it is paper. You don't have to worry about them falling apart. They will act just like a piece of wood. It will be like a piece of wood. It will not fall apart on you, and it is very durable and water resistant. So here we are. We've gone all the way around it. Okay. We're getting ready to do the other one now. It's nice in Phoenix today. It's 80 degrees. It's supposed to be, if I'm not mistaken, we're supposed to get into our 90s today as well. 90 something, almost 100. So I'm happy about that after dealing with our winter. Our winters are not long here at all. Actually, we're blessed when it comes to winters compared to what some other people go through in their winters, different states or what have you. They have it bad. They can have it really bad. Places like New York, Chicago, Minnesota, places like that. Okay, so we're done with this one as well. Okay. That's done. That is complete. Okay. So these are markers. They come in really handy. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to Mod Podge this, and then I could either Mod Podge it or put some diamond glaze. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some diamond glaze on here, because I want you to really see how this diamond glaze works. And then after the diamond glaze, we're going to also varnish it. You just need to put a little bit in there. A little bit goes a long way with this stuff. But I'm going to tell you now, you have to have a lot of brushes because this stuff gets hard. And it will harden your brush. So keep a lot of tiny brushes with you when you're doing when you're using diamond glaze or varnish. Okay, doesn't take long at all. Matter of fact, you can, I'm going to help it along here. For the sake of the video. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to start on the edges. We're going to start doing our edges now. Now this varnish again is going to harden your earring as well as give it shine. It's going to give it shine, and it's going to give you some protection. It's going to make it durable, and it's going to give you some protection. And it's going to make it water resistant. So you're going to go all the way around this. Okay, we're going to sit it back down and let it dry some more. Then we're going to start our other one. And we're going to start working on the outer edge of this. There you go. And we're going to sit that back down. Make sure I sit it down on the wrong side. I don't sit it on the wrong side. Let's see, what side did I have it on? No, okay, so I think this is the side. Okay. So once we finish doing that, you're going to sit your brush back in the water, so that doesn't have a chance to get like really hard. So while you're waiting on this side to dry, if you have a heat gun, that's cool for you to use as well. I don't like using those things because sometimes they can cause bubbles in your earrings or whatever. I just like to naturally let it dry. Once it gets dry, what you're going to do is you're going to varnish the other side as well with your diamond glaze. Again, you don't have to use diamond glaze. Again, you can just use the Mod Podge, or you can use triple thick. I don't like triple thick because it leaves, I just don't like triple thick the way I used to anymore. Especially here in Arizona, triple thick has a tendency to melt. It gets hot here. In Arizona, if you've never been to Arizona, let me tell you, it gets hot here. It gets up to 100 and sometimes we get up to 123 degrees. So if you have earrings on that's not like made with durable stuff for the weather, forget about it. Don't wear them. But here, because I live in Arizona, I have to make my earrings to where it is weather. It could sustain the weather. It can endure the weather. I'm very conscious about that. So I like to use diamond glaze because it's very good and it will not melt. And I also like to use my wood varnish, as I said, because it's very weather building, water resistant and weather resistant. Okay. All right, so this side is dry. So we can work on the other side now too. Diamond glaze the other side now. I have a blouse I want to wear this with. I have some army fatigues, and I have a green blouse, but I don't have earrings to match, so I'm making these earrings so I can match it to wear it with my pants and my blouse. Perfect. There you have it. Okay. See if I can't bring this up a little closer for you. Okay, so there you have it. There you go. Okay. So we're done with that. All right. Okay. Now, we're at the stage to where we're getting ready to put our varnish on now. Now, there's two ways you could add varnish, wood hardener varnish. You could use brush. And what I like to do is I'll just put a little bit, tap a little bit on top of each piece. Okay. And spread it across with my brush. Just spread it across. Once you spread that across with your brush, you can immediately see the difference here. Now you may see a milky shine here, but it's not going to be milky once it dries. Once it dries, it's going to be very clear and very, very glossy. Then, once you get this a tad bit dry, because you have to get this dry a little bit before you do your edges, because you don't want it to run off. Okay, you don't want it to do that. But once you do that, you do your edges, like I showed you, around your edges. You put on your earring hook. Once you put on your earring hook, you're done. So, with that being said, this is Yvonne Roberts. God bless you, and thank you once again for joining me. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.